We're going live. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is podcast number 4
Yes.
already. Yeah, so excited. Super cool. All right, we are live. And if you're tuning in, just let us know if you can see us and hear us. And welcome to Genius Connections. This is like podcast being born this week. It's happening. It's super cool. And so I am Nina, and we have Marilys with us. She's originally from Costa Rica, but currently in the U.S. And I actually feel, Marilys, you're doing kind of the opposite of what most people do, right?
Yeah, people going to Costa Rica or the Caribbean.
Right, right. Yes, right. Most people they go like from the Caribbean or from Costa Rica to no, from the U.S. and down.
Yeah,
Super interesting, huh?
there is
Okay.
a lot
Hmm?
of people who live there in Costa Rica from here, and they keep on saying like, "What are you doing there?" And
Yeah, yeah.
the same thing that you doing there. I want to come here.
That's so funny. Yeah, so what we're going to do today, we're going to talk a little bit about her story and see what's going on and celebrate. And I think one of the things that this podcast, I think, is being birthed into is to celebrate the diversity of people, like the diversity of where people are from. I mean, we got so many cool people coming up on podcasts in the next couple of days. Because remember what I said, it's going to be a live podcast every single day, at least for the end of, until the end of May, and then we'll see. So but
Yes.
without further ado, Marilys, give us a little story. Tell us who are you? What's
Yes,
up?
so much. Well, I'm originally from Costa Rica. I born in Guanacaste, Liberia. But my mom, my family, part of my family moved to Caña, small town.
Okay.
Native horses, all native stuff. Agriculture and all that stuff. So, I don't know. Since I was a little cheese, I know that it was the world was more bigger than cheese one spot. I want to travel. I want to go to many places as I can. And most important, since I was a little girl, when I started to have 10 years old, I want to do my own business. But I know, unfortunately, in my country, there is no many resources like to start. You
Mhm.
need to have the base first, and then do whatever you want, move to whatever you want. So in my mind, always was the United States was the spot for me where I can start to do something and
Right.
to also learn the mentality and to do business on the side.
But
Besides,
wait, yeah, but you already said at 10 years old you already knew that
I
your
already
call was different. Wow. Okay.
I already knew. I felt it. It's like I don't know. You feel it. It's a calling. You know.
Yeah.
It's intuition. People call intuition too. So,
Intuition.
and
Yeah.
I'll keep on saying to my mother, my mom, since I was a little, I said, "Mom, I'm gonna travel." My mom, since I was a little girl, she keep on saying to everybody, she said she's gonna travel. She don't know how, but she's gonna travel.
Yeah.
She don't know yet because I don't know. I don't came from my mom. She can afford me to traveling, or even if you have to do a student exchange or something like that, she can afford it. But in my mind, I know that I'm gonna be here somehow. So in 1996, a lot of things happens in my life. I became a rebel. A rebel, it's a good, happy story, but also it's a sad part of my life. So, and because of those sad parts of my life, I had to make a huge decision. And
Okay.
by the time my aunt, actually my aunt Maribel, she's the youngest. She's 2 years old, younger than my mom. She travels everywhere. She was the one who, and she took the lead. She took the lead of the family traveling. So by that time, she was here in the United States. I was like, yes, yes,
Right. Right.
that is my opportunity right there. So, and I did actually. A friend of mine from Costa Rica, he has his family here too. So they offered me to stay. He gave me the opportunity. My aunt gave me the opportunity, both of them at the same time. So,
Uh,
and because of the situation that was happening in my life at the moment, I need to
mhm.
become responsible. So I became very responsible at a very, very young age. And I know that staying in Costa Rica, it was not going to help me. And I don't want to end up like, I don't know, some of my friends do. So I should just say to myself, this is the life that I want for me. And
Mhm.
I'm going to make it happen somehow. If I have to work my ass off, I will.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah,
to things for me. Yeah. So because I became pregnant at a very young age, and that changed the whole entire picture. But I don't wanna, because of that, I don't wanna stay in a situation where I was not well appreciated. I was not ready. I was just a kid with another kid.
how old is you again? How old are you again?
Pardon me?
How old were you when this happened?
Oh, I was 18.
Yeah,
I was 18
yeah,
and I was a kid. And,
yeah,
and unfortunately, though it's one of those things that happens in your life that you don't even expect it.
yeah.
But you have to take responsibility. It took me a little, it checked my whole entire world. But I say to myself, this is not going to obstacle for me to stop on what I want to do and give what I need to give to this baby the best of me. So she's not gonna see the wrong of me. She's gonna see the best of me. So I took responsibility for that, and that's why I came here. It was hard, but at the moment, it was the right decision
Yeah,
because I know
yeah,
that here I can have more opportunities than just staying there and ended
yeah.
up in situations that I would regret in my entire life. So and I
Right.
did it.
But at the same time, though, you left a lot of your families behind.
I
Yeah.
basically all my family are there. Out here, I have only one aunt and cousins. She's like a
Hmm.
little small family, but everybody's down there.
Yeah.
So, and I did. I came here, and I was lucky enough because many people have when they came here to the United States. I heard some people have a little bad spirits. I cannot say that. Every people that I
Hmm.
meet so far, it has me. I give, it's like an exchange. They give me something to make me who I am, and I give them something for them to also to have a good experience on me. So
Right.
like even my bosses, Marcia Miller, Mike Berry, I mean all of the people that actually hired me when I was here in the beginning, they were amazing. They actually were showing me what to do, what not to do, especially with the language.
But no, the true, and the thing is too, because I actually talked about it yesterday on the podcast yesterday, and I said that because I was talking about relocating, like going other places for whatever reason, for work or for whatever reason you go. Now, one of the things to do is that yes, you always take yourself, but the most important thing in order to fit into any place is to come with an open mind and a friendly smile and be ready to kind of, hey, who are you guys, right? And that doesn't matter if you go on holiday or whatever you do, but you gotta come with that energy, because if you come in fear or in lack or like, ooh, what's this, what is this, guess what, that's what's going to happen to you, right?
Exactly. Or like,
Right.
I want to learn that. Oh, that's not my culture, and that's the big mistakes. When I come here, one of the things that I like the mentality. And
Mm-hmm.
like I keep been saying to people, I love my native land, and there's good things and there is bad things everywhere. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
here, I love this part. It gives me so much. It is good things and it's bad things in the same way. It depends how you see it, but
mm-hmm.
you need to be open enough to learn something different because
Yeah.
that will help you to grow. You cannot just be stuck in one little
No.
box and
Yeah.
just, oh no, this is who I am, or this is the way that I grew up, or this is the way that how my traditions is. No,
Yeah.
you respect who you are, your roots, but
Right.
that doesn't mean you need to stay there. You have to stay there. No, you move on for you to spread what you know and
Yeah.
to explain.
Yeah. I just out of curiosity, so how big was the town or city you moved from in Costa Rica, and where did you move to?
New York.
You from where? Like from
Guys,
a big place?
from the land that is just trees and horses and cows and
That's what I thought. See, so you just went from horses walking around everywhere. If you ever been to Costa Rica, there's literally horses everywhere. And in addition,
horses
Marilys is talking about cows and all kinds of stuff. And then she moved to freaking New York. Okay, okay, you get
Guys,
the picture, right?
the huge big city with the skies, and I just this little tiny girl with in this tiny small town where you see cows passing in front of the door. Over here you see Lexus, like what?
Right, right.
It was really big time. I mean, it was a good experience for me. I was enjoying it, the whole thing, because I
Yeah,
was not used to it. I mean, that the big town in Costa Rica is San Jose, but if you go to San Jose,
right,
for San Jose is the capital, but over here at Kim Beach is like a urban town. It's still not even a huge city, nothing
right,
like that.
right.
So
How many people is it in Costa Rica? Like, how many residents?
how many?
Yeah, is it like 5 million or 20 million or
20 million.
20
Mm,
to
20
20?
million. Yeah, now. Yeah. Yeah. Back then
Okay.
was a lot. Yes.
Yeah, couple of. Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, and I live on Great, which still, supposedly it's a urban city, but it's nothing compared to the way that I grew up. It was
no.
completely different. But that's what I like it. I like the mentality.
Yeah,
When it came me, I came like a sponge. I want to just learn and grow, and do everything that I in my hands was to keep myself going and see finding myself, because that's one of the things. My childhood is there, but what it makes me was here. You know,
yeah, yeah.
that I mean, that's why I love both places. If
You,
somebody asks
yeah,
me which one you love, what, both for
yeah,
me has impact on me a lot,
yeah. Did
because
you feel that you had like more opportunity to be yourself truly in United States compared to Costa Rica?
yes,
Yeah.
I do,
Mhm.
because traditions. I mean, I am the kind of person that if I don't know you, I'm not gonna judge you. I don't know who you are, so I need to know you for me to understand who you are. And even if I don't agree with you in some things, it doesn't mean that you're wrong or you're a bad person, or no. I'm not prejudiced. I don't like to judge. And one of the things that I have in Costa Rica, first of all, I was the rebel in Costa Rica. I mean, for my mentality, the way that I was
Yeah.
totally completely the opposite of what most girl was. It. I was like the one that you don't want to hang out because she always had crazy
Trouble, trouble.
trouble. Yeah, you're like a troublemaker. But it was, if you look back, I was an angel, because when I came here to the United States, I'm like, wait a minute. I was just a girl growing up, and here you see even worse things, but after a while you see that person, and that person is doing great. It was just your stage, your age.
Yeah,
And that's the part that in my time, I don't know, now it's a little more open, but in my time, people do not understand it. People do not, they're nowhere sensitive of the stage of your age that you go through. They just want
right.
you be correct, and
Yeah,
oh no, this is not, you don't do this, oh no. I am the kind of person that I remember when I was 17. I mean, because over there is no laws like here. Over there, you have the bar, you see a bar, and you walk in and you see them in a bar and you're 17. And it depends on the person. If the person is adult enough to look for you, then they will do the right thing. If the person is not, you should have a beard right there, and you're just 17 years old.
yeah,
Here there is law that protect that thing, which I think is good. Over there
right.
in Costa
Okay.
Rica now, so even when I took a beer, because many times me and my friends, in a sneaky way, but we're not doing nothing wrong, which is experience. There was
Yeah,
nothing wrong with what we're doing. We just like a kind
right.
of curiosity experience. Plus,
Mhm.
the door is open, so it's like, okay, you know what I mean? It's just a stuff like that
Yeah,
here people will not see it wrong. We'll see it like oh my God, you know what I mean? Yeah, the
good,
person
good,
is
good.
gonna be the one who's gonna get in trouble, not you. You're just 17 years old. You're just starting to have some kind of
Right.
knowledge of what is right and what is wrong. You're still crazy. You're still a little
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, I do think though as well. What also is going on is that the uh like our generation, I like for myself, I'm turning 50 this year, and when we grew up is very different from what it is today, and it's just different times, things are different, and
Mhm.
because like what we were doing were very different. And you see it, if you go to TikTok, you see like all these go like, oh yeah, the X or the baby boomers, and then the Generation X and stuff, and you see what they do, and they go like, oh yeah, we were outside and we couldn't come inside, and we were just doing all these things that people were doing, right? When
Yeah,
we grew up,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that doesn't really happen anymore, and it's a different culture, it's a different thing, um but yeah, I love to explore and live and try and do and all those things, right?
That was
So
me. But the
yeah.
difference was maybe, I don't know, my way, the way that I was like too much
Okay.
for
That might be.
yeah, for the small town, and very conservative
Yeah, yeah,
town.
yeah.
As it's
But you
really,
made it though. You made it. You're here. You're
I
here.
made, oh, I
You
made it.
did
I
it.
made it.
You
Absolutely,
made it.
I made it. It was like I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm the trouble, but I'm enjoying. I know
Yeah,
one
yeah,
day
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do something,
But now, so how long did you stay? How many years did you stay in New York? Because you're not in New York anymore,
yeah,
right?
no. I moved here in 2011, and the year was what, 10 years?
Right.
ten
Yeah,
years,
yeah,
long
yeah,
time. 10 years,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it was a really long time, and I mean, I love it. I really, I love a lot. I learned a lot over there. I did, hard work. From housekeeping, babysitting, I mean, everything, you name it. But
Yeah,
in my heart, I want to do something for my life. I know that I'm going to do eventually something for me.
yeah.
Actually, the first 2 years when I came here, in my mind, I will have my mind settled. I want to have it's like a small hotel with a bar and restaurant. That's exactly what I want to
Yeah.
do in Costa Rica when I come here. Yeah, the first I come here, but I know what I want.
Mhm.
So, and I did buy lands. Actually, like 3 years after, I did buy lands in Costa Rica to make that happen. But life is totally completely different. But it feels good. It feels good that at least in a very young age, and 3 years after, to come to a country that you don't even know nothing about, you made things happen. So I was really very proud of myself, and that's exactly what it drives me here, because that over here you can have a lot of possibilities.
Yes.
You're not
Yeah.
stuck. You can, it all depends on you.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
do you still do you still have the land in Costa Rica or what?
Still have that. Yeah.
You
Well,
still
two of
have it? There you go.
them.
But there you go. Eventually, you can develop that, and you can get that. Is it right on the beach?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my God! Perfect.
Yes.
Let's go.
Exactly. And that. Believe me, I want to do that. I want to continue.
Yeah.
That's one of my dreams. Have no, maybe live there in Costa Rica. You never know, but I want to have something there. Build, business, like, I don't know, hotel or something. And
Right.
when I want vacation, even when I want to just take off here, I just go there and just stay there for a little while and come back.
Right. It's
Yeah.
funny actually because the thing is, I have been writing my perfect day. I don't know if you've done that exercise.
No.
Basically, what it is, it's that I love to write. Though I write journals and journals and journals.
Hmm.
And one of the things that is very powerful is okay, so the mind doesn't know the difference between a thought and an experience, right? So
Okay.
that's why it's so powerful to visualize, right? So if I go skydiving, right? When you're in the plane, everybody's visualizing the jump, right? Somebody who's gonna do, ski jump, whatever people do, you visualize it beforehand, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when you do this, and it's actually they did some amazing science. There was like, that's a longer story. I'll tell it another day. But remind me the story about how somebody learned to play the piano without touching a piano, because you
Oh
can.
wow.
Yeah,
Really?
by visualizing it. Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
so so the power of visualizing and thinking the thoughts, because the body really feels that this is true. So with writing your perfect day, what that actually does is that, so for me, just free write, just free writing. Don't no constraint, no constraint, right? And
Mm-hmm.
in that story that I have written now, probably, I don't know, 200 plus times, in
Mm-hmm.
that story, there is a place in a bay where the rainforest hit the sand, and there's a main building where I live, or me and other people. And then there's like, I'm upstairs and I can go outside to go downstairs, or I can have like this beautiful. I love coffee, so it's like really good coffee. Right? So
Coffee. I love
anyway,
coffee too.
but
Look.
yeah, but what actually is on there too? There are four bungalows right on the beach.
Oh
Yeah,
my God, the
four
bungalow.
bungalows on the beach, and then there's four rooms in the main house because we gotta work in quads, right? We gotta work in eights. So
Yes, yes. I never been
anyway,
mountains. Oh my God, but I
so
know.
do this. So yeah, so Marilyn, write down your perfect day, and you just dream, 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 and then you just keep on writing it and writing it and writing it. Because what happens every time you write it, you come up with a new detail or you rewrite something. Because say the first time I wrote it, like my perfect day, I was like, oh, I'm on the private jet and blah blah blah, and then I realized, well, that's actually not what I want, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
But
yeah. No, I want to
yes,
be like that with that bungalow. That's nice. That's really nice.
it's such a good exercise in order to really get clear on where are you going and what do you actually want. For
Ex,
what? Yes, exactly. For what
exactly,
reason, right? Mm,
exactly. Because that's one of the things that people, they don't know what. Some people, not all of them, they don't know what they want. They're not focused on one thing. They want everything, but you need to start with something first, and then
yeah,
keep moving. Because when
exactly.
that's exactly how I made it here. I mean, I know what I want, and I'm gonna go for it. And after when I'm there, let's see
Mhm.
how, because life brings you things that you unexpectedly,
Yeah,
like what happened to me. Because in my mind was I gonna come here, learn, experience, work, kick my ass off, have
yeah,
money, have some
yeah,
capital, and then
yeah.
come back to Costa Rica and do what I gotta do. I never
Mhm.
really imagined that I will live here, actually, like I stay here for
Yeah.
long time. Never, never. And my mom
How
was like,
many travelers do you think has been stuck in a country? You go like, oh, I leave soon. I need to stay in the Caribbean. It's like, how long are you here for? I don't know. Oh, I've been here 17 years.
I never, in my mind was like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, meet all these beautiful people, learn, have beautiful experience, take
Mhm.
every possibility that I can, to benefit me.
Yeah.
I did study here, actually. Actually, my I finished high school, right? In Costa Rica, you had to do you had to pass your high school, but also you had to pass the test from the government.
Okay.
So I was behind in one how you say it, in one material. I was behind in one of the things that I need to do a test for one. I didn't think it was math.
Okay.
So, but I came here, and yes, I did pass high school, but I was behind in math with the government, the test from the government. So I did here over here my high school at GD again, and then I went to NASA. So I was studying in NASA and I was working at the same time.
Yeah.
And I mean, in Costa Rica, because at that time, now it's more possibilities, but at that time, I don't have that possibility,
No.
especially
Mm.
because I have to work. I have to actually send money. I came here, but I have responsibility back home, and then on top of that, I need to figure out where I was going, what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do now.
Yeah.
Because not only myself, but also I have this kid with me, so it's like,
Mhm.
I need to know where really I'm going, so I need to be more focused on. And over here, that give me that possibility, so I
Yeah.
don't feel myself like I was stuck, or like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So, but I was focused on it. I mean, my mind was like, okay, I'm gonna do this,
Yeah.
and then let's see what happens. When
Right.
I get everything that I was actually looking for, I did get it years after. Then life happens. Now that it was just have another opportunity to stay here. And in my mind was like, okay, people telling you, and stuff like, no, stay here, do not go. My boss, I mean, everybody was like, no, keep continue going, continue doing. If you have the priority to stay here forever, but in my mind, I was just, come here, do what I gotta do, come back, and
I
it
go
not
back. Yeah.
happen like that.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
not happen
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy about it. I'm
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you, because of that. Actually, I grow as a person a
Yeah.
lot.
Right, 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 right. So what do you do now? So where are you now? You're in New Jersey, right? Still, right?
I moved to New Jersey in 2011. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
what do you do over there? You still got like a? Do you have like a 5-year plan? Do you have what's going on?
I moved here, and well, I moved here because of situation actually in New York. I was getting too expensive, so I cannot really afford it. So I moved here in 2011. I start working. I have my second daughter, and then I start working in Kia because
Okay.
basically, yeah, it's like I did start like a kind of over again, because
Hmm.
a big huge thing happens in my life, and that changed a lot of things that I was building before with my first business. So then when I moved here, I was like, and my mom was like, she's like, I cannot give up my dreams. I need to keep moving. In my
Right.
mind, I guess that's one of the things that saves me a lot. No matter what happens in my life, I just always my mind is like, I need to keep moving. I
Yeah.
cannot be stuck here and and feel sorry for myself. Or, oh my God, why did this is happening? No, I need to do nice stuff for me and accomplish my goals. So I moved here to New Jersey because of it. New York was getting very expensive. At least over here, I'm living in a townhouse. We pay 1,500. In New York, you have to pay 2,000 for a place like this, or
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
even more, depends on
Yeah.
the town that you are.
Yeah.
So that's why it drives me here to New Jersey. Plus the job in the beginning, because I was building a business, multi-product savings. That was my first business in New York.
Okay.
It was a retail store online, but
Okay.
things went down because of health problems and stuff like that. It was a lot of things going on. They happened. She's in 2 years.
Right.
In
Right.
2 years
Right.
when
Right.
I was, when everything was built and I was aiming to the right direction. So I
Yeah.
chose to come here. I started working in Keon because my business online went down completely. So
Mm.
I kind of reset myself, like okay, I'm gonna start step one, step two, like I did when I just came to United States.
Mhm.
And I did it. So I started working at Kia for maybe what 2 3 years, something like that. And then I started again doing my own business. I
Yeah.
left IKEA to
Nice.
do my own business. I took the risk. I was like,
Yeah.
no. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
do it.
entrepreneur. What you entrepreneur at heart. That's what I. That's what you. That's what it is. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, people
Mhm.
were like so scared about it because yes, it is good. The money is there and everything, but it's not what I want. It's
No.
not. It's not me. It's not me. Plus, I was missing a lot of things for my daughter, and because of I miss a lot of time with my first one, I don't want to make the same mistake with the second one.
Right.
Yeah, that somehow is like I don't know, like stay in my heart. So I
Yeah.
say no, 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 no. I have this opportunity, and I wanna make things happen. So I don't know how, but I'm gonna just take the risk and go for it, and prioritize it that I have a small girl again, and this is my opportunity to fulfill me as a soul.
Hmm.
For sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes
Beautiful. Huh? Yeah.
yeah, sometimes it's like it is one of those things in life, I guess, that you need to do the balance, what is important and what is not,
Yes.
because
Yes.
work, money always come.
Yeah.
But
But it's so important though also to really value, especially when the children and the kids are growing up, to actually spend time with them. It's like it's like make it a priority because it's like boom 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 and before you know it they're grown up. That's it.
yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
yeah, you got to take that time. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
100%.
do. I
Yeah.
feel so bad because
Hmm.
when I was working in IKEA, believe me, it was a good job. Actually, it was
Yeah.
the right decision when I make here because when I came to New Jersey, that's actually when I regained again my balance after the hard
Yeah.
situation that I've been through in short time for 2 years. So with a baby, I again second time with a baby in my hands, and I
Right.
always and I always say this. Sometimes you face the same situation in a different way, just for you to see the decisions that you're making. I mean, I always say, I was talking to the universe. I always talk to the universe. I always say, universe, you are testing me again to see what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah.
And so it's like if you learn from the first, now what you're gonna do in the second one. like something that
Exactly.
I okay,
Exactly. We have to do this again. Okay, here we go. And then we'll keep the universe will keep on sending it your way until you learn the lesson that's meant to be learned from that part. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
exactly. I took it like
Yeah,
that. So I
yeah.
took it like
It,
that. And
oh my gosh,
yeah,
yes. Yeah.
yeah,
If you see the same thing, if the same thing is keep reappearing, especially like in relationship, like if your partner keeps on showing up to be the same, like the same shit happens every relationship, you're like, oh,
just
don't
for
look
you
at the partner, look at yourself. What's going on here? It's like,
exactly. Yeah, just
yeah,
for you
yeah,
to learn the lesson that is meant for you. So,
yeah, yeah.
and when I came to Kia, I mean, that's one of the things that I say because I get off from 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 10, all
Mhm.
day long, come back home 12, all day long, come back home 12, 10. I mean, I was making good money. Kia pay
Yeah,
good money, it's for a
right,
Switzerland, I
right.
think, the company. And they're
Mhm.
good. Get me wrong, the company is amazing to work for, but it was not meant for me because every time that I come home and I see my daughter sleeping, or I
Yeah,
know that she was in a room,
right,
uh, doing nothing, is basically because there was nobody to take her because I have no family here, so there was nobody to take her out. And I see other kids,
right,
oh,
right, right.
talking about
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
and
yeah.
talking about that, and my daughter, she's like, I feel bad about it. And my mom was like, it was different, but it was
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. I left to build something, and she is the one who's taking consequences. You know what I mean? That was one of the lessons that it clicked me, and I said, no, 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 no.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry, I know that they give me so much opportunity, and the moment it helped me to establish myself, but now I'm gonna come back to entrepreneur again.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I cannot keep doing this. And even in myself, I was like, sometimes I was there in the store and I was thinking like, did I really want this?
Yeah,
Did,
yeah, yeah. No, exactly.
did I really? I mean, it's stuck here. Everybody, like time passing by, and you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
here. So I was like, no, no.
Yeah.
So I took the risk. I say no. Everybody was in shock. I say, well, Mary, no, I don't know
No.
how, what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. It will happen. And actually,
So,
I was happy because here in Elizabeth, especially in Newer in Elizabeth, the rent and everything, it is affordable. Over here in
mhm.
New Jersey, it's very affordable. If it wasn't in New York, I would maybe be in a very hard situation because it's expensive. But here, it was very affordable for me to reset and restart again. So that pushed me through. And the place is
Yeah.
nice. I mean, I believe me, when I moved to from New York to here, I was crying. I would not. I would. I was trying to leave New York because that was the first place that opened the doors for me. It was a lot of good experience over there, and I was
Yeah.
feeling bad. Like no, when I
Yeah.
come
This
back,
is my home, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but now that I'm
But
here in New Jersey, is beautiful. I mean, I
yeah.
like it. Yeah.
And the other thing too is that now you're there and that's how and what you're doing now is that you're really getting onto your online business, right?
Exactly.
Which is
Exactly.
now the next step because that is going to give you the location freedom, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
That's one of the things that's why I stay here because a lot of friends from New York were like, "Are you gonna come back again to live again here?" But no, 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 because I prefer to live as I have to be, as long that I know that it's helping me to move to something better. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go over there, pay all these tons of money, and then
No,
gonna be
no,
stuck,
no.
and then what I
Mhm.
gonna do? Like just stay paying, work for paying, do entrepreneurship in business, but for paying, 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 paying. No, that's
Right,
not
right, right. Exchange time for money. And a
ex-
lot of people do that. That's like that's all they do. It's like, well, okay, you go to work, you get paid. You go to work, get paid. But yeah, that's gonna, of course, depending a little bit on what you do. But what I find is a lot of times is that, well, what do you have left after if you don't get paid for 3 months, then what, right? And I don't know, the cash quadrant, have you seen it? I actually need to
that.
bring it up. Basically, what it is that you have like different kind of quadrants. Where are you, right? Where the point being though is that either you can be employed, right? So now you work for people, you're getting paid for your time. So if you work 2 hours, you get paid for 2 hours and you're done. right?
It
The other
yes.
one, yeah. And then you have the other one where you are self-employed, where you hire yourself out for a contract, say, for example, and then I work for somebody else, but I would invoice them for my company. But it's the same thing. It's like, well, I charge them for my 2 hours, which they pay me, and it's more than what I would get if I paid by the hour as an employer. But at the same time, now I have to pay all my company fees and stuff, right? So
I,
self-employed doesn't necessarily mean more freedom. Where things actually gets exciting, and that's when you talk about business. I have a business, and a business is scalable. A business is something you can leverage. And that's one of the things I keep on bringing up. It's like because people say they want to scale, they want to make like 10K months or 50K month or whatever they want to make for the month, which is like freaking awesome, great. But do
yeah.
you have the leverage? Do you have the systems in place to do so?
To
Because
do
it, yeah, because if you're self-employed, you might not have that set up. But so, like for example, what I have now, because what we have, you have it as well, because you're coming in as well and you're doing it. And you're going like, I get it, I see the business. And the
yeah.
key with this is that, well, guess what? I have the systems in place to have tons of people coming in. If I
Mhm.
now say, oh, wow, there's like 50 people coming in, I'm like, yep, I got the systems in place. It's no problem. Boom,
Yeah.
go in
Yeah.
here, do this, do this, do this. The systems are there. And now it's a business. Now it is scalable.
Mhm.
And also because we work in teams and organization, it means that, hey, you know what? If I go to Costa Rica for a month and learn to surf together with you, first of all, we can still do our business because we are location free. But the other thing is
That's a
that,
good
yes, exactly. But the other thing is that we can also take a month off, and that's okay.
and that's
Oh my
fine.
God. Mm, yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's that residual income. That's what residual income coming in. When
yes,
yes,
exactly.
because
Yeah.
that's when I was working for single people who had their own business, they
Mhm.
were very kind. They were very kind, and good people. Actually, they show you, that in all of them, they show me how important it is to work by your own when I
Yeah,
came here to the United States. That's one of the main things. How important it is to work by you, to have inspirations
yeah.
because of you. What do you want in life?
Hmm.
And I learned them because of them. So, and it was kind of, like it clicked with me because
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking for a long time. That even when I was immature, I don't know what I want, but I know that I don't want to work in a company and get better stuck there and they don't appreciate me. That I know
Right.
because
Right.
I see
And yeah.
examples.
And these days people get. I'm sorry. You go ahead. Go ahead.
But when you work with corporations, they don't care about you.
No.
They care
Mhm.
about what they can take from you because you need to be a good employee. That's why they pay you good, and they took all your qualities, all you give, all your good skills for them.
Yep.
Because even I learned that when I worked for CVS, when I worked for Kian, believe me, they are good companies. But if you don't function, if you don't bring it as a good employee, then you're in trouble. They don't
Yep.
appreciate you. You need to, it's like they talk everything from you. That's
Hmm.
the difference between corporations and working for a single, a self-employed business owner, which I prefer to work for a single business owner because they understand. But why they understand? Because they came from the bottom. They understand also what you want. When I was talking to Marcha, I always say to Marcha, which was my
Hmm.
first boss, she had a New York plan design, big corporate, big business, plants, tropical plants all over the New York.
Okay.
But yeah, even her, she always motivate her employees. If you want to do something by your own, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because and she was a teacher, but she always, she was very, very kind in a way that she explained, you work over here, but when you want to do something by your own, go and do
Yeah.
it. But why? Because she did it. In
Mhm.
corporations, they don't want you to see you that. They don't want you to understand how valuable you are.
Right.
They see it. That's why you are there for them, but they
Yeah.
don't want you to know.
Right, exactly, and it's a little bit, and also because what I see too is that people just made redundant just like that, boom, done, finished, and for myself actually, because I did IT. So that's my university degree, and that's what I did for the first years after I finished university. I was made
Mhm.
redundant twice. It's like they told me, they said, Nina, we'll love you, we'll love what you do, but we just don't have work for you. It's like, okay, well, what do I do now? And yeah, right. And I think one of the times, and we got to remember this, is like when you build your own business, and especially within like what I do, and what you are getting into as well, all that, is that not only are we building like our online business, we are building
But
skills. We are
mhm,
getting feet to stand on. And also what we're doing, we're creating a personal brand. Like who's Nina? Who's Marilys? Who are we? Right? And then
exactly.
we start to like go like, okay, we can navigate. We can navigate. It was even somebody who said it, because I've been doing the same thing since 2019 in the online
Mhm,
space. And
mhm.
somebody was saying it's almost like what we're doing is illegal, because we see it shouldn't be it shouldn't be this good. It's like, is it really legal? Are we allowed to do this? It's like, yeah, 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 it's legal. Oh shit, really? so, so I think it's very important, and it totally is. It's totally legit. It's like it's a Japanese company, and we have all the gold stamps from all over, and ISO compliant and all that stuff. Like all the paperwork is
Yeah.
completely in order. But it's almost like shit. I mean, we are over here, we are being happy, we are living, we are doing. And if you look around in our community right now, people are like, they are rocking it in the business. It's just, it's
Yes.
like, I don't know what happened, but it's going through the roof. But what happens though, it's like, seriously, he said, is that what we're doing is legal? Is that like, should we be allowed to be so happy? Shouldn't we be concerned about something? It's like, nope, don't have to be concerned about that. It's like, oh no.
But business means being self-employed. Like that's your passion. If you everybody has the same passion. I mean, it's just people do not want to take the risk because they are
Yeah,
afraid.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. Well,
yeah,
what would you say to
fear.
people who's afraid of taking the risk? What would you say? What's your, what do you feel like talking to that for a little bit?
I guess I see that a lot because people like to have like, oh, here, example, every week
Mhm.
you get paid.
Yeah.
And people like to have that secure that you're gonna get paid
Yeah.
every week. So you
Hmm.
have, let's see, you earn $500. You just example, you need to have those $500 every week because that gives you secure
Yeah.
that you have that money. And don't get me wrong, I understand it depends on the circumstances. If you are in a, because I've been through that, if you are in a hard circumstances and you need this money coming in secure, yes, you can do that. But do not put yourself on the side. If you want to do something, a business or something, take
Yeah.
that time that you're giving, take it to start building something because that's how I did start. I mean,
But yeah. But
when
what
I
a lot
came,
of people say, I don't have time for that. If I'm working a full job, so what? But I can't quit my job because I need the income. How do I make time? And like, how can I start without, because yeah. How do the people start? What do you say? Like give me like pretend
uh,
I'm yeah.
you need to make a plan. I mean, if you're working a full time and you need the money,
Yeah.
or you need either build a capital, save it,
Hmm.
or cut the hours and take the risk.
Yeah.
Take the risk. Left the fear on the side and take the risk, because you're never gonna know what could be if you don't take the risk. If you don't take that first step, you never know.
Imagine if you hadn't gone to Costa Rica.
I
Yeah.
was, yeah, I was telling you one of my friends. Actually, it was 3 days ago. One of her friends, she has this career. She's from Colombia. She had this beautiful career and all the stuff, but she's not happy. She's not happy because she's a lawyer, because they're not paying her too well here
Hmm.
she doesn't feel it is a lot of work, plus there is a lot of things going on in her life, and
Hmm.
she want to do something for by her own. She said she studied being a lawyer because of her mom, and the tradition, the family want to see her with a career and stuff like that, and okay, she said fine,
Yeah.
but she always want to do a ritual. She always want to do, and she's good at it.
The
I mean,
retail thing.
ritual, yeah, she wanna she do craft, she do like
Yeah.
those crochet stuff tops and clothing.
Yep. Yep.
She's gifted, believe me. She does amazing clothes. She had the mind, and she
Yeah.
always wants to do that, but she doesn't want to. She's feared. She doesn't want to take the risk. Why? Because the style of life that she's having, and
Yeah.
I keep on saying to my friend, she never gonna know what could be if you don't take the risk. If you don't take the first step. If you don't take the first step, you never know. It's like the same thing when people from Costa Rica, when I came here, in my situation, when I came here the first time. United States is this, you're not gonna make it, you don't even know the language, you don't know this, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know. But I will find out soon when I'm there. I cannot say anything. I cannot say no, I cannot agree with you because I don't know. I need to see it for myself.
Mhm.
If I fell, I fell. If I
Yep.
don't fall, I stand up and continue doing it because life is not gonna stop.
That's it.
Life is not gonna stop for me. So either if
Exactly.
I fell or not, I have to continue. I have to keep
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah.
At least I have experience. And when I took the risk, because for everybody it was like taking a risk. I leave everything behind and you're not gonna make it. Guess what? I made it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the reason
That's
I made it.
beautiful. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
And
yeah,
and and you're so right. We got to take the risk, because on the other side of fear is bliss, right? I mean, that's it. And somebody was saying, and I find that was quite interesting because you know how we talk about the comfort zones, like get out of your comfort zone. But it's not
exactly.
being comfortable about the zone if you don't want to be there. We just
Mm-hmm.
call it. It actually is it's a zone that's like, well, it doesn't require much of me because if the comfort zone means that you have a lot of comfort eating and you weigh too much and you drink too much wine and all those things, well, how that's not the comfort zone.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That's the familiar zone. So I don't like to call it comfort zone. After I heard that, I'm like, I don't want to call it comfort zone anymore. I want to call it, this is what I know zone. And you got to get out of that. You got to say, well, now it's enough. I'm going to stop with that. I'm going to move on. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to change things. And
Yeah.
and I agree with you in terms of very smart to like, okay, I'm going to tuck in work, make some money so that I can get started with what I want to do. Another way is like an hour a day. Do it, do it, do it. Get it done. Whatever it is, whether that is just listening to things or start something, right? And I
Yeah.
remember because I'd done a lot of Tony Robbins, right? He's like,
Mhm.
well, I was like, so, but what he's saying is called habit stacking. And what that is like, do one thing, like don't change.
Consistency.
Some people can do cold turkey, lots of stuff, but it's easier if you do it in like bite-sized chunks, all right? So
Mm-hmm.
if the first thing is, okay, I'm gonna, for example, for me, I walk my dog every day, right? In the
Mm-hmm.
morning. So maybe I say, okay, well, I'm gonna start with walking my dog every day in the morning. Let's start with that. And you do that for a week, 2 weeks. Okay, so I got that in. Okay, now I can do the next thing, right? So, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now I'm going to walk my dog and I'm going to listen to some kind of inspirational or motivational or educational podcast, right?
Yes.
Something.
Yeah.
So I learned something. I'm going to learn something. So then you do that, right? And then you start to add on things that you can do at the same time, right? Sometimes I even take dumbbells with me when I'm walking because get a little bit more exercise, right? So
Mhm.
habit stacking is a powerful way of doing it and getting started and doing a little bit every day.
Into
Like
him.
don't
Yeah.
wait 5 years before you start. Start today with something.
With
Something.
exactly. Don't let it
Yeah.
because you're gonna regret it. Eventually you're gonna regret it. Most of the people, and believe me, I have families in Costa Rica,
Mhm.
they have, their jobs, although they have their business. The most happiest, the most well, I don't really call it succeed. I just call I call it like they follow their dreams and they make it happen. The most happy are them, not the ones who are stuck on the job. They're right now they regret it. They're like,
Mhm.
I wish to come. I hear this. I wish to come back and do things differently, or do this, or do that. And the
Mhm.
other ones, talk about my cousins. My cousins, they when they have restaurants right now in Costa Rica, they have nothing, zero, nothing.
Yeah.
They don't come from rich family. They don't know what to do. My uncle, actually, their father passed away long ago. Their mother, she's a very hardworking woman, and also she does stuff, to sell. And they when they born, they have, everything beautiful and beautiful life, and comfortable, but they're not rich, not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take my dad's money, I'm gonna make restaurant. No, they don't know where
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
start. And
Yeah.
but they took opportunities, and they worked. The one, Rosita, she's my cousin. She had the one who actually, the rebel, another rebel of the family, like me. She said one day, like, you know what, which is gonna, everybody, she's take this capital, and she starts selling food in the house, and she starts selling food in a small place with her sisters. Everybody was like a supporting the idea because they are like that too. And now they have this huge, amazing restaurant. Like,
Nice. Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
if you see their
Yeah.
background, you need to talk to them for them to tell you your experience. If you see their background, you will not
Sure.
believe it. Like, you have
Yeah.
this, like, you really made it. They
Mhm.
have no skills for restaurants.
Yeah.
Rosita, she's learned by working to
Yeah.
people who went to Costa Rica as a tourist,
Mhm.
working for or restaurants owners from other
Yeah.
countries. That's where
Mhm.
she learned to be a chef. I
Nice.
mean, her history was amazing, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there is other people in my family like, how can she do that? I mean, and she's happy. You
Yeah.
see herself
So
happy, and
true.
like one of the things that I see is like, it's a big difference when you work in these places that you are not feel comfortable. That there is something more for you. You not feel
Mhm.
happy. You feel
Mhm.
stressed,
Yeah.
and life is not to be stressful. Life is about experience, and you to understand that you can grow through those experiences and be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you are not happy with yourself, if you are stressful, if you mind keep thinking, I want better than this, then do it,
Yeah.
because you own self is telling you there is something more than there out there for you,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
self know that you can do it, so follow you
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
you know
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. Take
yeah,
action, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in Kim, I mean, that was the sad for me, because I know this is not for me. This is not for me, and I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I'm not gonna have that money because in Kim they pay every 15. I know that I'm not gonna have the money, but
Mhm.
in my mind, I can make it happen. I can
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
happen. I
Yeah.
just I can make it
Yeah.
happen, and I did.
Yeah.
And I did, and
Exactly.
I put myself up there in Facebook, like every social media.
It's cool. So that's
I
another question actually. How do yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're doing all kind you're doing what you're doing? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you're all over the place, is that it? Like
everything. I'm
not like
all
all
over.
over the Mhm.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm
No, no,
all
but
over.
not in a negative way, right? I mean, for me, I
Yeah.
really believe in like in terms of social media, I think it's very important to repurpose. And if like in terms of if any of you guys watching are like content creators or if you work online or whatever, one
Yeah.
of the things, when you create content, you got to spread it on all platforms because there's different people hanging out in different places.
Yes, and there is a lot of
Exactly.
platforms.
Yeah.
Yes, and there is a lot of platforms that if you really see it, if you really want to do something, like
Yes.
self-employed stuff like that, you have the
Hmm.
possibilities. You have
Yes.
all these,
Absolutely. Yeah.
because I keep saying to people, okay, you complain that you don't have time, but yeah, you are on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically it's like somebody was saying, if you take like really take the 2 hours you're scrolling a day and turn it into building your own business and starting your own business, that's all you need. That's all you
Exactly.
freaking need. And I find it's like because I remember when I started in 2019, the first time I was live, I was so nervous. I'm like, oh my god, it's like, and guess what? And I was like, well, and I really also got very clear on this, like, you know what? This is my space. Like I plant my flag, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, okay, Uncle Joe down the street, he might not like it. Well, who the freak cares, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get it out there and get it in front of people. And the other thing too, I was just on a master class where we were doing like it was focused on retreats, right? It was long. It's like 5 days, lots of freaking hours and big things. But
Yeah.
because one of the things that I definitely want to do, I want to do retreats to St. Martin and Saba in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but listen though, that first of all, that retreat or masterclass was freaking amazing. Number one. Number two, the only reason I saw that was because somebody put up an ad. And
Mhm.
I'm so grateful. And I told the girl, I said, I am so grateful that you advertised what you are doing so I can find you.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
I think that is like when you create content for and just being there and just having conversations like we do. Like think about it, like the right person is gonna hear it and they're gonna go, oh, thank freaking God, that makes sense to me. Right?
Ex- yes.
And yes. And I believe we gotta this is the like 2024, number one is help people. How can we help?
God,
Right?
we can have and there is a lot of tools out there. That's what I keep saying to a lot of people when I talk. It's like you have all these platforms. You have time because you say you
Yeah,
don't have time. No, you do have time because if you have
yeah.
time to chat on Facebook, chat on TikTok,
Mhm,
chat, that means you have time because
yeah.
that time is spending there doing anything.
Mhm,
Facebook, even Facebook can pay you for you just to chat to people. If you really, because right now, yeah, right now there is actually I find out I never did it, but I did it now. There is if you have like I don't know how many followers in your page or your profile, yeah,
mhm,
your own profile, you can make a group, charge for people to subscribe to you.
mhm.
So even you have all these tools out there
Yeah.
before nothing of these.
No, no, exactly. We'll go if you want to tell something, you knock on doors, right?
Exactly, but
Yeah,
now
yeah,
you have it easy. You
yeah.
have it so easy for you to either start up to building capital, start up to like you say 1 hour to
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
to give time to your own business, but
yeah.
you have everything is given to you. You just have to no more
Tap
fear,
into it. Yeah,
take the risk, don't
yeah.
think about it, just
No
jump.
more ticket. That's the other one. Yeah, yeah,
Because you will
yeah,
appreciate it when actually when most of the times when I start my own business, it was like that jumping.
yeah,
When I start
yeah.
multiplying savings,
Mhm.
it, that was only eBay platforms, and I start selling in eBay. And then now that I have Trival, that is switching everything, I finish an IKEA and I say, one of my friends tell me, "Oh my God, how are you gonna do?" Well, I don't care. I have it is third shop time, right? So I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
people buy clothes, that, like a tour shop, like a eBay.
Mhm.
So I have new clothes. I have these. I'm gonna start this. So I'm gonna see money coming from this, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this happen. But you need just to have the open mind and be
Mhm.
tough with yourself.
Mhm.
Not be so hard. Like people think, oh, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do many things in the beginning. I'm still learning.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, that's actually the other thing too, just like because in terms of like the educational platform that we have available in what we do,
Yes.
it's like the first month is like $49 for the first month, 14 days money back guarantee, and in there is like a 30-day step by step how do you launch your business online with the
Yes.
focus on high ticket and personal branding. It's all
Yes.
there. So
And
so and yeah, and I just gotta say though, in terms of because there is a lot of stuff out there. So there's two ways, right? So if you want to do stuff for free, like if you like you, and I think partly is you like kind of like that, you could just go on YouTube and you can kind of organize the data around you. Like you can see the different videos and kind of know which order you can do. But the
Mhm.
biggest problem about looking for things, especially like on YouTube or on TikTok or whatever you are, is that it's not structured, right? So it's got to come in different ways, and it's easy to get distracted because you don't really know what you're looking for. You're kind of like, where am I going and things like that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
in terms of, there's a lot of things that is out there for free, but I think one of the benefits of having a platform, it's like it's structured. It's like video one, step two, step three, step four, step five, instead of having to go in and find it. Because there's no doubt it's definitely out there, but
Mhm.
to find it in a good quality where it's like, well, it's in the order I need it, and these are the steps I need to do. That I think that's challenging for a lot of people. So that's why if you do a course, it's easier, right? So, and that's what we have inside the academy. It's like there's so many things. Like that's just one thing. Then launch your business is one, and then it's like master classes and mindset and marketing and whatever you need. Everything you need is in one package, right?
Yeah,
Including
because
the CRM system, right? Yeah.
it's true because in business it's about educating yourself too. It's like
Yeah.
you just it's like you just cannot go what they say. I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
You cannot have
No.
the same
Yeah.
thing as a self-employed. You need to be educated because if you are not,
Yeah.
because this is one of the experience that I went through my own self. Like, where should I start? And sometimes, you find things on the internet for free, but you don't have the structure. The
Yeah.
steps, like what to do first,
Hmm.
what to do this. So
Yeah.
for me to make sure the things are correctly, because it happens to me many times when I start multi-product savings. That was the first company that I made so many errors.
If that's normal. It's good. That's what you learn, right?
But why? Because I went to the internet, I just check it out, especially for eBay. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this. And it happens that maybe I jump one bigger step. And then I find out after, oops, like, oh my God, I have to do this
Yeah. Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
We
well, no.
all done it. I've done it too. Yeah. Yeah. It makes you really that. And then the other thing too, what I think is important is to have a community to co-create with.
Exactly.
So if
And then
you
it's from
have,
people,
yeah.
that already went through the same thing that you're going through. So they
Yeah.
already know you. Actually,
Hmm.
for me, it's like, it's like a they giving you, yes, you need to pay 49 and stuff like that, but their knowledge, because so far there is a lot of things over there that I don't know, that I was like, oh, okay, oh, now I
Yeah.
do,
Hmm.
oh, and
Yep.
that, believe it or not, it is changing me. It is changing me in the way that I doing certain things, that maybe I do certain things disorganized, like I have no really clue of. I just throw this here, throw this there, and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
No, not like
See what
this.
happens. It's like throwing a pasta on the wall and see what sticks, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Let me just happen and see what happens. Oh, nothing happened. Whoa, whoa, why?
yeah. So because of those classes, master classes, I'm changing a lot of things that, and if I look at it,
Hmm.
actually it looks different, it feels different, and it feels like a business. Like I know somebody, like she's like
Yes.
boom, 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 boom,
Oh,
like,
and,
oh.
and, and that is such an important point because a lot of people when they get started online, what they do, they treat it like a hobby, right? Yes,
Yes.
that's what I do on the side. I just do a little bit on the side, a little bit on the side, which is absolutely fine. That's absolutely cool. But
Mm-hmm.
if you do that, that's also what's going to come back, right? So once
Exactly.
you start to kind of put that, okay, I run a business kind of thing on, it feels different, it sits different, it gives you a different weight and a different kind of way of thinking about it. Yeah.
And you do things differently, because that's I'm a stream CEO, the one that I'm just making right now. If I go back before those master classes, you can see the page like a, like a everything, like you will see like a where this crazy girl is. I mean, where is her head?
What's happening? Yeah. But
I
that's
mean,
okay too, because
like the picture of me, like, I mean, what she's doing. I mean, here, there, like all over.
right, right. But you gotta remember that what's very important though is that you also gotta do you. And
Yeah.
we talked about that already because you at one point you said to me, you said, well, I do really well with what I do because people, that people feel your energy. And that's what in 2024, people see and feel energy. And that's what we connect to. That's where we're gonna, like, if I got the same pants, I connect to the person. I go like, I want to do business with you. I want to be in your space, and like you already have that knowledge, and that's massive because we know that we gotta, and it's not going to be so that, of course not, we're not going to feel all gung-ho and happy every day.
No.
But oh, this was the other one I heard, it was so powerful. So
Mhm.
in the past I have been saying, like, for example, oh, you know what, I got a really shitty day, so I'm just gonna wait, do it tomorrow.
Mhm.
Okay, so the first one I heard, and that's about 6 months ago, somebody told me, Nina, check in. So if you're having a bad moment, check in at 12, and again at 6, and again at 12, and again at 6. So
Mhm.
is it 10 o'clock and something happens? I'm like, dang, I said, you know what? I'm just going to give up today. No. I got to check in again at 12 o'clock and see how I'm doing. Right. So 12 o'clock, I said, okay, how am I feeling? Am I feeling any better? Okay, I feel better. Okay, great. Get back to work. Oh, I still feel shitty. Okay, let me take more breaks. And then you take the break till 6 o'clock, and then you do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then yesterday, it was the day before, I was listening to somebody, because I always listen to things that can grow my mind, right? And these guys were saying, like, don't bag it, just take a breath. Take a breath and go, okay, yeah, that doesn't feel so good, but it's okay. You don't have to stop completely what you're doing. Just breathe it, take a second, take a moment, and keep on going. Keep on going. Check in and see if you can keep on going, because I find it's very easy to kind of go, oh, you know what, it's raining today. Oh, whatever, I don't feel like it. We're done.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
There's no stopping yourself. Because
Mm.
that's what I do. I've been through hard times, believe me. Hard. I just passed one of those hard times that, wow,
Mm.
amazing. That it can me knock me down.
Yeah.
But you don't have to give up on yourself. You can take the break, yes,
Mm.
but do not give up the things that make you happy, the things that make
Right.
you feel good about yourself. Like you
Yeah.
doing something good, then continue doing it, because that
Yeah.
means you are in the right path. Something
Mm.
is gonna come out of it. But you are in the
Oh,
right. You are
yeah.
there. So, but and that's why I don't give up on myself. It has been times, believe me, that I just want to like kind of cry and just sit, like forget about everything. And she's,
Mhm.
oh, this is no. But I go outside. I like nature. I always
Yeah.
connect with nature, and me, it's just
Yeah.
my nature. When in my hardest part, you see me either touching a tree or walking outside or in the beach if it's right there. That would be nice. But I mean, I always trying to get in touch with nature, because
Mhm.
that helped me to think better. For me, that helped me, like it's like a talking to myself. And
Mm.
it always does little boys that tell me, do not give up on yourself. Things happens in life. Not everything is gonna be happy, super, super duper nice.
Mhm.
Things happens in life, but you
Yeah.
have those tests to tell you who you are, how you are built of.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go to
Exactly.
these
Yeah.
tests, especially to know to get to understand ourselves, because we need to learn something from it, or we need to
Yep.
grow.
Yep.
Or we need to grow, or we need that for
Mhm.
us to grow. It's like the universe throws you stuff and say, okay, now what you gonna do? Let's see. If you say that you are this, then show me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah.
Show me if you really
Mhm.
have
Yeah.
built off like that. So
Mhm.
that's why I always took it like that. And if you need time, if you need break, just take the break, but do not give up.
Don't get up. Don't stop.
Do not
Don't
give up.
stop.
Don't
Yeah.
stop. Because
Yeah.
if you give up in yourself, I mean, nobody's gonna save you. You need to save yourself.
Right. 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 That is a very important lesson to remember too. Nobody's coming to save you.
No,
It's
no,
in the end of the day, it's you and you. Yeah.
exactly. It can be
Yeah.
even your dreams or not. I mean, believe me, I just, my hardest time was I lose $48,000. Just recently, and believe me, that wow, that really knocked me down.
Yeah.
I was like either.
You got to take a moment. Take a moment on that one. It's like, okay, I gotta take a moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the way that it happens, I was like, oh my God, it was really very, very hurtful for me, and the way that it happened, especially,
Mm.
was very hurtful. But I say to myself, all right, either you learn from here, but
Yeah.
I need to continue. I need to continue. I need to.
Mm.
I cannot choose to stop my life just because something happens to me.
Yeah.
Because it's not only also about you. It's also about, for me, and my mentality is I leave in footprints to my daughter. Either she can do whatever she wants in her
Yeah.
life,
Your
but
daughter. Yeah.
I trying to show her that there is many, many ways, many
Yeah.
paths that she can experience, that she can
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
Eventually she's gonna find her own path.
Right.
But it's not only, and that's one of the things that uh in my own experience, people back in Costa Rica, my adults when I was a kid, showed me this is the path, and this is the way, because then you're gonna, if you don't do this way, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
I went to the other teams, and no, there was a better path. There was things meant for me, So,
Different.
that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm trying to be the example for my daughters. I mean,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
understand that she have the free will to choose
Mm-hmm.
what she wants. It's not only
Yeah.
one here, one thing in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful. Huh?
Yes, yes,
Cool.
yeah. But
All
no, those
right. Well, do you have any final words before we round it up? It's been over the hour, so give
my
us
final
some.
words. Oh
You
my
want
God.
some message? No, until next time. We'll hop on again, but for now.
Yeah, yeah. For now, well, just follow your dreams. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
make it happen. Everybody has different experience, and we're not all going through the same process, but we going to the same thing. We want a dream for us. We want our goals to make it happen. We want our whatever that means. It can be emotionally, financially, or where you want to see yourself in 5 years. The
Right.
thing is, do not give up, because one day you will regret it. I heard people regretting things in my own family, friends that I know, and
Mhm.
I that's one of the examples for me. I said, well, I'm not gonna give up on me. I wanna follow my passion. What make my soul on fire? That's what I said. What make my soul on fire? There I go.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Follow your passion. Follow your passion, and follow your
Yeah,
passion. Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah,
followed the
yeah,
way. Yeah, she's
yeah.
followed the way. She's
Hmm.
whatever it is. She's followed the way that it works for you,
Yeah,
and keep pushing
yeah,
forward, pushing forward.
exactly. And we'll
Yeah.
get there. We'll get there. One
Oh,
more
yeah,
time. We're going to get there. Right,
we
right, right, right.
absolutely, we're gonna get in there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, super cool.
No, it was
Good,
nice.
good, good. Well, Marilys, thank you so much, huh? Thank you so much for hopping on,
Thank you
and
too.
this.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And this podcast is going to be a few places like YouTube and Facebook and things. But it's
Mhm.
also inside of the group. And, give us some comments and say hi. And Marilys will be also inside of Genius Connections. That's like the main hub for where we are in
Yes,
this podcast.
absolutely.
But yeah, super cool. And we will definitely have you on again soon because, like I said, this is like I'm learning here this week. So in like
Oh,
2 weeks,
you're
you're gonna
doing
learn so
great.
much more.
Oh my God. You are an amazing podcast. This is well, I don't do that. This is, I never really go live or stuff like that. I'm in that part, I'm trying. I need to work on me a lot. But
Congratulations, you did it.
you
You
are
did
like,
it.
you already know. It's like, wow, this is good.
That's all good. All right, right. Okay, I'm gonna end the call for us, and thank you so much. Like for those of you who hopped on, give us a like and a follow and subscribe if this is YouTube, and we'll be on again tomorrow. We're doing every day for the rest of the month of
Yes.
May, at least, and then we'll see. Okay. All right. Lots of love, and thank you so much, Carola. All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you,
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Bye.
Okay. So it's just